hot. I'm beautiful at the same time. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build hours on YouTube, so I might as well I might as well come live and do some little chit chatty thing here. Uh, what? You know what? Yeah, do some chit chatty thing. Let me. Oh no, I don't want to bring it too. I don't want to bring it too close. I don't. Oh Lord, would you? You know what? You know what? Put some filter. Yeah, and bring it just a little. Yeah. Okay. Should I turn on the light and get some special lighting going on? Let me see. You can see my beautiful face. I don't want too much light. That's too much light? No, it's not. I'm so congested. You can call in for this topic if you want. 347-489-3575. Live chat. I wish I could pin the, I can't wait to get my computer up and running because, anyway. Yeah, if you want to call in 347-489-3575. I'm creating content on I'm a Rasta for Life, the national boards of comments. Now, I wanted to talk about something. I just wanted to elaborate on something as a woman, because as women, yeah, that's too much line. As women on social media, you have to remember that you're being looked at, right? You're being observed, right, by others. And most of the time, what we see when it comes to relationships on social media, what happens? They disintegrate right before your eyes. Now, I'm just about sick and tired of Queenie and her relationship. This is a grown woman in my age group who is married to an individual who is young enough to be her son. Those are the facts. There's no lie, that's the truth. Those are the facts about Queenie, right? Okay. Even though we're rooting for her and her relationship, we see little things occur, right? Okay. That happens in relationships. You have all kinds of things happen in relationships. All kinds of stuff. But you want your relationship to work. Yes, you do. You want it to work. Now, when it comes to an older woman and a younger man, sometimes it works out. It does. I'm just making sure nobody, if anyone comes up. Right? Sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. Now let's go on the man's perspective. Let's not deal with the woman. Let's deal with the man, because this is who it's about. It's not about the woman no more. It's about the man. Now, Queenie's husband, Mr. Scarlett, He was confiding in somebody named Carlene. And he's telling Carlene, point number one, and comment in review. He describes his relationship as a government. He describes that if he wants to write music or songs, Queenie doesn't agree with the songs. Now, the most damaging thing that he's talking about is the video where you could see him dancing on top of his head with his legs up in the air on the bed. Now, when you listen to him, he says that that video was for their entertainment purposes only, that they were playing around, and because she likes her phone and so forth and so forth, she made a video. They're playing around in in their own private quarters. And what made him upset is that she released that video on social media. He also described that he wants to have a baby and she can't give him one. He wants to have a relationship with his son, but because of her, he can't. He says he's tired of it. Arguments every day. He says he has no friends, he has nobody. He says he's not sleeping. He says that she loves the media. And he goes on and on complaining about their relationship. Now, as a woman who's in a relationship like this, and you hear your husband confiding in another woman about you, all of the things that you're doing that displeases him, and Queenie again, who is in denial, continues to make excuses, and she continues to tell off her viewers in defense of her husband, who is disgracing her every which way he can. And when you try to reason with her and tell her the truth about what you see and observe, she comes after you with her daggers. You hear a man describing that he is unhappy in the relationship he's in with you, and you continue to ignore it. As much as you've heard the voice note, it's him. Everybody knows that's Dewey. Everyone. You're blaming the woman. You're blaming the woman, right? Because you did not want her to release the voice clip. You didn't want her to release the voice clip? So you're aware of this voice clip. Oh. Oh. Let me see if this is on private or public. You're aware of the voice clip. Oh. And you have nothing to say. It would hurt my feelings to hear my husband. It would crush me. It would crush me to the point to hear my husband describing our relationship with another woman in that manner. I don't know if it's gimmicks y'all are doing. I don't know if it's more views you guys are trying to generate. I don't know, because now you can't tell what's real and what's fake. Because every day it's something new in your relationship. Every day. And when you listen to that voice note, you can clearly hear that he's in distress. I can hear it. He's not happy. So if this is another ploy to get more viewerships and to get more, people to watch them, then if this is what they have to do to get views, I would rather not. And then when you put your relationship out there in public, this is what I don't get with people. You put your relationship out there on live every single day, morning, noon, and night. You're in your car early in the morning before the cock a crow, because you have to drop him off to work or whatever you're doing, and you have to wait for him to return for 8 hours. So you sit in your car formulating your content, and you're showing everybody everything, you're talking everything, everybody's logged on, everybody's watching. And then when something happens and the people then want to respond, you want to shut them up like they don't have no business to say anything. They must just let you talk and no one else must have anything to say. This is what you want, Greenie. Because it is your life, right? It's your life and it's your world. Call in 347-489-3575. We're talking about Queenie and her nonsense because I'm tired of it. You don't want no one to have anything to say about your toxic marriage. It's not a relationship. It's a toxic marriage. And then you turn around and you curse off your viewers because they have something to say to you. And you don't want to hear to leave, do we? You want people to egg you on and tell you all wonderful, nice things. And then you want to blame others about what's going on in your marriage. Because you don't have a relationship with no man. You don't have a relationship. You are in a toxic marriage. And your husband clearly verbalized he wants out of the marriage, and you have him captive as a prisoner. Like I said, if it's gimmicks, then it's y'all gimmicks. But everybody is getting tired of it. Everybody is embarrassed because of the exposure of how you guys put uno marriage out there on social media. And when things go wrong, you don't want no one to say anything. Everybody must just shut up and make you talk. And if anybody have anything to say, You want to come cuss them off, tell them off, and tell the people them say is your marriage. Well, your husband verbalized to the whole world on a leaked voice note that you claimed you know about that him no want you. And I'm a woman. And if I'm a not if I'm a woman, and if I can hear in his voice and hear the message of how he feels about his marriage, then what more do you need? Oh, he's just pretending? He doesn't know what he's talking about? He can't go anywhere because you won't let him? This is what it is? So he's being bullied. Then you don't want no one to say he's being bullied. Because if the man don't want you, this is what he's saying to another woman. And then you have people saying he shouldn't have went to, somebody. But he needs someone to talk to. Why only so harsh? The man is crying out for help. And even though we think it's a joke or it's a gimmick, it could be. It could be another gimmick again. It could be. Because this is what they do. But how many times are you going to cry wolf? How many times? How many times? To the point I'm talking about it now because it's getting on my nerves. I said if you scroll all the way down, I said I'm not going to talk about Queenie and her nonsense anymore. But then now when you hear the man's side of it as a woman, you got to listen because this is a man speaking about how he feels. His ego has been bruised. He's still trying to maintain his manhood. He's younger than you. And you have him like you're his babysitter. The man said, he describes his marriage as a government. Can you imagine? So in a government, what do you have? Apparently, he's not the president. This is what he's saying. He's not the president. If he wants to write music of any kind, Queenie said no, she not like it, don't write it. This is what he said. And the most damaging thing to his ego, to his manhood, was her posting the video of him on top of his head, a spin round a dance, on top of his head, with his leg them up in the ear. I shouldn't laugh. And he said that thing hurt him to the core. And he doesn't know if he can ever forgive her for that. Because that is something that they were doing, he says, in the privacy of their home, having fun, playing around. Couples do that. Couples do all kind of nonsense in the privacy of their home. All kind of stuff they do. All kind of stuff. Which is nice. But then you don't go take the thing and then put it on social media. You mad? That's what Queenie did. And he's pissed. So while everybody's laughing and giggling at the video that bruised his ego, his manhood, he's cringing knowing that his wife released that video. Don't get it twisted, guys. Listen to that clip again. That's the most damaging thing that he describes in that whole voice note. You got to listen to it carefully. I think he was even crying because I heard a couple of those. But so you see, his ego has been bruised as a man. And that's why he doesn't want to have no kind of social media interaction with her. And she's forcing everything, as you could see. And she's so happy when he comes around. And now he's telling off people too on her lives. Watch out, Queenie. Tit for tat. He's not dumb. Now you're laying in your bed talking about Carlene, that you didn't want her to release the voice note. So you was aware of the voice note? This is what you're saying. You're so aware of everything. Nothing surprises you. You know about everything. Stop tell lie. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you knew of no voice clip about what your husband is saying about you. So you're a narcissist then. So that means you don't care what he says. He's not going nowhere. And if he does, what are you going to do, Queenie? What are you going to do? What's next, Queenie? Because we know you got a bad temper. Mind yourself. Because if you keep on saying he's not going anywhere and he want to go, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? This would make social media explode, because this would really make history to see what you would do if he actually just packed up and really left this time. So we get to see, we get to hear an inside scoop of a man's ego being totally bruised and damaged right by a woman, his wife. And she's not remorseful. I don't know if she apologized to him, whatever the situation is. But again, Queenie is alone in her bed making lives about the leaked voice notes. And she continues to tell off, curse, and degrade her viewers. How that work? How does that work? Sika rhymes done with R. Come on. This is serious. The man who wrote her songs, he's finished with her. Because entertainers, sometimes they don't want to perform, even in the harshest of situations. They want to back out, but they can't because it's contractual. And even sometimes when it comes to death, you hear them say, a good friend of mine passed or whatever, and I didn't think I could make it, but I'm going to do it for him, her, whatever. So I dedicate my song to Tom Jones, whoever, and this is for you, blah, blah, blah. And they do their performance. Entertainers have it very hard, they do. Because you got to push your feelings aside and you got to keep your part of the deal. You do. You do. You got to keep your part of the deal. Or you break that contractual paper. So when, somebody who is interested in you loses interest in you because of your behavior, then that also speaks volumes. And the same people who keep on approving of your behavior, I don't understand if they're baiting you up or if they're just two-faced hypocrites. And sometimes you do need to curse them off, Queenie, because they are. Who mentioned me? Let me see who this is. I can't see. Oh, whatever, I'll wait. Right? Me will tell you also on the better mind on the comments. I can't see the comments. I don't know what to do anyway. Anyway. And sometimes you need to see. Go back. Wait. My son was here. Wait, let me see. I can't get to. You know what? Has nothing to do with that. Anyway. Shmule. They just love me. They want me to sing. So, yeah. So, when it comes to Dewey, on a man's perspective, you're getting to hear how a man feels about his marriage. And Queenie needs to acknowledge that she doesn't have a relationship with Dewey. She doesn't. She's trying to create a relationship with him that he no longer wants. And when a man says that he's done with you and in this, that, and in that, this, you need to listen and observe, because you're going to end up with hurt feelings because you're not listening to what he's saying. I myself, when a man tells you he don't want to be bothered with you, as much as it hurts and it's rejectful, you need to leave him alone. Because if you don't, you, the woman, will be in for more heartache because you didn't listen to what he is saying to you. Again, like I said, white women, they don't give you time to breathe. Once you say, they're like, okay, honey, here you go. So I'll pack up and, we'll do everything else with the lawyers. And they go on, and within 2 months, they've moved on with another. The man is the same way. Here, honey, I'm done. Here's the papers. You can sign them if you want, but I'm out. And then he goes and finds a chick. Okay, within a week. Like, what the hell? Black people, we're always holding on for heartache. It's like we love pain and anguish. Not me, I don't like it at all. It's like, getting too hot for me right here. I don't like anguish and pain. I don't like anxiety. If you're done with me, you're done with me. There's nothing wrong with me as it is. I look good and everything and all these things. And I'll find another. But you got some women who act like it's the end of the world when somebody doesn't want them. When you got a man who feels like, he's done with you. So if he's done with you, he's done with you. Now, if you're married to him, that's a little bit more serious because you have a little bit more into the marriage. And you will try to fight for your marriage. But then when you hear the same man discussing you as an individual with another woman, and it's not complimentary, and you hear it back, and you're trying to act like everything is peachy keen, it doesn't bother you. That's serious. Cause me wouldn't like for no say my man a chat me with somebody. Then me hear the voice note. I would be like, then I would get to hear why he feels this way. And he feels this way because I released a video that, shouldn't have been released on social media. And he's upset. And I'm ignoring that he's upset because his ego has been bruised by me, the woman. And that's what it is. Because when I saw the video, I said, what is this? I couldn't believe it. And it looked like him did have on tights. Tights! You see how it's horrible? It's not funny, but I'm laughing. It looked like him did have on tights. And him step on the bed on top of his head. A twirl. I said, what is wrong with Dewey? For the whole world to see. Now, she went and posted it. And that's why he's upset. To the point of no return. And we're here laughing and giggling like, it's funny. And yet you get to hear, and that's why people, they have to get things off their chest. As much as you think, why is he talking and why is he this? He has to get it off his chest because, like he says, he has no one to talk to. Everything is her, right, based on her social media presence. So he has no outlet. And he needs an outlet. So I suppose the outlet was, Carlene. And the saga continues because now we get to hear the real reason why he's acting so strangely towards his so-called wife. She bruised his ego as a man. Think about it. You and your man are playing around doing all kind of nonsense. You're doing all kind of nonsense. And then behind his back, you go and post a part of the nonsense that you was doing. He has all right to be mad at you. He should divorce you. And perhaps that's what he wants and you don't. So the saga continues. I don't want to beat it to death. I just wanted to see if anybody would have anything to say. I wanted to talk about it because we're getting to hear a man's point of view on a relationship that is not a relationship, on a marriage that is very toxic on and off social media. On I'm a Rasta for Life, the National Board of Comments, Thank you for watching. I am creating my own content. Remember to click the like and the subscription button, please, and join me again. Have a wonderful weekend and be safe.